Burritos. Nom noms noms noms. Seriously, you guys see me talk about these all the time on Instagram. One of my favorite foods in the entire world. I eat these weekly, bi-weekly, 2-3 times a week. Super duper easy. You saw from the video. Hopefully that editing wasn't over my head. We'll see if it looked awful or not. But easy way to get in. Tons of awesome carbs. Tons of greens. Just veggies. Just huge amounts of veggies. I kind of fatted it up a little bit by using the Daya cheese, but I still kind of like that cheesy thing in my Mexican food. But yeah, just super simple, super light, really, really good. Calorically dense. These things keep you full. You can have a couple of them and not feel terrible about it. Seriously, one of my favorite foods on the planet. So I'm going to do a Q&A. I'm going to eat this. I don't like eating in front of people, so sorry, I'm not going to eat this in front of you guys. But there's some good questions, so I'm going to answer a couple of them. But I'm going to smash on these real quick. So I'll see you guys very soon. Those were freaking delicious. Those burritos were lit, son. I forgot to mention the the sour cream looking stuff that I put on the burritos. It was actually cashew sour cream that I made. If you guys want to make it, it's 2 cups of cashews, soak them overnight, throw them in a blender with a cup of plant-based milk. I use cashew milk because it's my favorite. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, some garlic, salt, and pepper, and just blend it to the consistency that you want it. It's an awesome replacement for sour cream. So yeah, those burritos were so good. But just real quick, quick little Q&A. You guys asked some awesome questions, and I don't want this video to go really long, so I'll just answer a couple of them. Since I am a beer reviewing channel, there was a couple beer related questions that I wanted to answer, and we will do that. So if, like I said from the last video, if any of you guys have any other questions about food, beer, whatever, feel free to leave them, and we'll do Q&As whenever there's enough questions to fill up a video. Hopefully you guys sort of enjoyed like the food part of this. I'm going to try and do more food related stuff. I know a lot of people are asking about beer pairing things with food. I'm not like a master pairer person. I think beer goes with anything. So I can for sure do, when I do my food vlogs, have beers in them. That's not a problem. I absolutely can do that. So the most asked question since I started posting videos about my diet was, how often do I drink? A lot of people had said, I'm wanting to lose weight, or I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm a craft beer drinker like you. How do you do it? How often are you drinking? How much do you drink? So I guess we could, how far back do we go? I've always, since I was done with school, I've always had jobs to where I had to get up early in the morning during the week. So I was legally able to buy alcohol when I was 21. So from 21 till about, when did I start reviewing beers? 3 years ago. I never drank during the week. It was too much to try and stay up late and drink and then get up early and go to work. Before I moved down to San Diego again, I had a crazy commute and it sucked. And there was a couple times where we had family in town and I was hungover a couple times, like trying to drive to work, and it was awful. So never drank during the week, only Fridays and Saturdays, and that was it. When I started reviewing beer, when you're on YouTube, like the whole point of uploading content is to be consistent with it. So when I started getting into beer reviewing, I was like, I need to make sure I review beer daily. I want to make sure I have videos that I can upload just to kind of, not really, like I've mentioned this before, you're not going to gain an audience in the beer tubing world. You just don't. It's a super small, niche-y kind of thing, and it's just not something to where millions of people are going to watch. It's just not. Half the people who have massive amounts of subs on YouTube, it's kids that are watching their channel. So kids are not watching beer reviews, period. It's just not happening. But I was like, I want to have content to upload. So I started, it was, I would review a beer on a Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, do it like that. And then the more like you gain subscribers and people start interacting with you and you start trading beers and you have all these beers to review, I don't know about I can't speak for other beer reviewers, but I was reviewing beers every night. It was after dinner, I would open up a beer, review it, and be done with it. But I went from not drinking, Monday until Friday to having a beer after dinner every night. And then sometimes I would review 2 beers. And I would do that during the week just so I had these 6 7 minute videos to upload. So it affects you. I mean, when you think about craft beer and the alcohol, the ABV. So what's the easiest way to say this without sounding like an idiot? The higher the ABV content of a beer, the more calories are in it. So it's something crazy. I want to say something. I'll have to look this up again, but we can just use ballpark numbers. A 7.5% IPA, something like green, a 16-ounce can of green is like close to 400 calories, I think. So when you're going through your day and trying to track your food and like pay attention to what you're eating, if you have all your meals and then after dinner, you drink a couple of 2 3 IPAs, that's like 3 meals worth of stuff on top of everything that you've already eaten that day. So for me personally, when I really started like getting into beer reviewing and like wanting to upload content, it got to the point where if I was reviewing, 2 beers a night, my alarm clock would go off to go to the gym in the morning, and I was like, I'm tired. Not necessarily drinking to drunk every night, but drinking enough to where I was blowing off the gym, blowing off fitness, all that good stuff. So the way that my schedule is, I have to be at work. I get to my office between 6 and 6:15 every morning. So I'm up at 3 o'clock to do workouts. I can't do them after work. After work, it's getting the kids. I mean, I coach them with baseball. We're just busy all the time. I don't have time at night to do any kind of fitness related stuff. So, yeah, 3 years of beer reviewing went by, and I found myself like gaining weight again and being super lazy with my workouts. I still followed the same diet, but when the more beer you drink, the shittier you feel, and you're kind of eating more junky food to feel better. At least that's the way that I am. So, I got home from Thanksgiving this past year, and I stepped on the scale. I was like, well, okay, shit needs to stop. It's it's not that serious. This is YouTube. I'm not really. You're just gonna sit right there. All right. I'm not gonna, this is not something that I'm making money off of. It's not worth me not feeling well and being unhealthy again. So, I went back to no drinking during the week. So, I drink on Fridays and Saturdays. Sometimes we do like a Sunday fun day with some friends. Obviously during football season, if I'm watching the Patriots, I'll drink on Sunday. But if I do that, then I won't drink Friday or Saturday. It's just on the weekend. So, it's tough. I totally feel your guys' pain who are trying. I mean, all of us are at the struggle of being a beer lover or a beer geek. Is rough with fitness. It really, really is, and it takes its toll on your weight. It's it's tough. So, hopefully that answers the question as good as I could. Yeah, I mean, I'd always just been someone who always drank on the weekends. It was just a fun kind of a social thing. Craft beer is so crazy though because it's not just like horrible. Like when you think of like drinking Budweiser or Coors Light, those beers don't really taste like anything. So when you're drinking those, you're drinking them for a purpose. There's somewhere you need to be. There's something that's affecting you, and you need to drink and get that head change. If somebody created non-alcoholic craft beer that tasted like the way the beers that we drink are drinking, I for sure would drink that. I don't care about getting drunk. I don't need to get hammered. Sure, it's fun to tie one on with some friends every now and again, but when we're reviewing beers, it's basically you're just tasting them. You're not drinking them or finishing them. At least I don't. Spoiler alert. Sorry. You guys have seen videos of me where I upload them. I mean, there's 4, 5, 6, 7 videos in a row where I'm wearing the same shirt, same hat, everything. It's because people are over, we're sharing beers, and either I'm sharing them and just having a little bit of whatever I pour, or if I'm doing it alone and no one's here, I just do the pour that you see on camera. I drink what you see on camera, and then I pour it out. Unless it's something amazingly mind-blowing, I don't finish beers when I review them. I just don't. So hopefully I didn't like pull some weird curtain back on like Wizard of Oz thing. I don't finish beers when I open them and review them. They get poured out after I drink them and kind of figure them out. So hopefully that doesn't offend anybody. I'm just being honest with you guys. The other beer related question I got, a couple people talked about it. They said, hey, you talk about being on a plant-based diet, but I've seen you review beers with lactose in them. Do you feel bad about that? Honestly, at the time I was drinking those and reviewing those, I did not feel bad about it. I still, for whatever reason, with my brain, I don't make that connection of animal suffering with the dairy industry, and I know it's just something that I've not done yet, and that's my own thing that I struggle with. So when I'm drinking something that has milk sugar in it, I don't think of the ramifications of how that milk was gotten. So I responded to both of the people who talked about lactose beers, and I said, you know what? it was a decision I made at the time, and it was an asshole decision of me to do it. And after I read those and really thought about it, I'm not going to drink beer with lactose in it anymore. It's just not something I need to participate in. I don't drink stouts as it is, really. I mean, I had Stout Mist during December, which was really, really fun, but lactose beers are mainly milk stouts, and it's not a style that I really care about, so I don't think I'll be missing anything by not drinking them, but you will never see another beer with lactose, IPA or otherwise, reviewed on this channel. So that's something that I want to be better about, and I can commit to doing that. It's not a big deal. So that's it. There was a couple other people that had some food related questions. I didn't want to like mix beer questions with food questions. So again, if you guys are interested, if we have enough questions to do more Q&As, I'll do another video like this. I for sure want to do more cooking cooking videos. That was fun. I know I tried doing like a fun kind of edit thing, and it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to, but it was close enough. I'm a total noob when it comes to editing videos, so hopefully we can get better as we go. So I've really gotten, again, I know I said this the last two videos, I've gotten an awesomely positive response from all you guys for the new content, and I really, really appreciate you guys reaching out. There's people who never comment on beer review videos that are commenting on these videos, and that's awesome. There are a ton of people who watch my videos that are plant-based eaters, or some of you guys are vegan, which is fucking amazing. I love you guys for that. So it's rad to see how many people have this in common. Like I said, 4 years ago, it was a lot different. I felt kind of like an outsider doing it. And it's really, really cool to see how many people who are in the beer community that are responding to my videos are saying that we're like-minded and we have the same wants in life as far as like health and everything else for our planet and all that good stuff. So awesome response. It's amazing. So that is it for this vlog. Hope I answered those two questions. I answered them as well as I could. Hopefully it was, I don't know, hopefully it was good enough and you guys see where I'm coming from now. So I'm out of here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the support so much. I will see you guys very, very soon.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these